Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be speaking about grand solar minimum. This comes from NASA, okay? And this came out about a month ago. It's titled, NASA says sunspots are vanishing faster than expected. Earth changes. Yes, Earth is changing. We are constantly at a change on this Earth. Everything is changing. Sunspots are becoming scarce, very scarce. So far in 2018, the sun has been blank almost 60% of the time, with whole weeks going by without sunspots. This is what the sun looks like, just absolutely blank, no spots at all. The fact that sunspots are vanishing comes as no surprise. Forecasters have been saying for years that this would happen as the current solar cycle, 24, comes to an end. The surprise is how fast, though. Here's where, look at this right here. Red is the predicted values, and blue is the smooth monthly values, okay? The actual monthly values are much lower than what was predicted. It says the smooth predicted sunspot number for April-May 2018 is about 15, says NOAA. However, the actual monthly values have been significantly lower. Official forecasts of the solar cycle come from NOAA's Solar Cycle Prediction Panel, a group of experts from NOAA, NASA, the U.S. Air Force, universities, and other research organizations. They have been convening at intervals since 1989 to predict the timing and intensity of solar maximum. The problem is, no one really knows how to predict the solar cycle. The most recent iteration of the panel in 2006 and 2008 compared 54 different methods, ranging from empirical extrapolations of historical data to cutting-edge supercomputer models of the sun's magnetic dynamics. None fully described what is happening now. It's important to note that solar minimum is a normal part of the sunspot cycle. Sunspots have been disappearing, or nearly so, every 11 years since 1843, when German astronomer Samuel Heinrich discovered the periodic nature of solar activity. Sometimes they go away for decades, as happened during the Maunder minimum of the 17th century. We've seen it all before, or have we? Researchers are keeping a wary eye on the sun now because of what happened the last time sunspots disappeared. The solar minimum of 2008 and 9 was unusually deep. The sun set space age records for low sunspot number, weak solar wind, and depressed solar irradiance. When the sun finally woke, it seemed to have a hangover. The bounce back solar maximum of 2015 was the weakest solar maximum of the space age, prompting some to wonder if solar activity is entering a phase of sustained quietness. The faster than expected decline of the sunspot cycle now may support that idea. Newcomers to the field are often surprised to learn that a lot happens during solar minimum. The sun dims, albeit slightly. NASA recently launched a new sensor to the International Space Station to monitor this effect. With less extreme UV radiation coming from the sun, Earth's upper atmosphere cools and shrinks. This allows space junk to accumulate in low Earth orbit. The most important change, however, may be the increase in cosmic rays. Flagging solar wind pressure during solar minimum allows cosmic rays from deep space to penetrate the inner solar system. Right now, space weather balloons and NASA spacecraft are measuring an uptick in radiation due to this effect. Cosmic rays may alter the chemistry of Earth's upper atmosphere, triggering lightning and seed clouds. Air travelers are also affected by X-rays. Crazy, right? Radiation. Also, I wanted to show you this article from The Watchers. And I wanted to show you not just one article. So I'm going to show you all the way what has happened since June. Okay, all over the world. And this is due to the grand solar minimum. Remember how I was stating during grand solar minimum, what happens is our shield on our Earth weakens and we get affected by space weather a lot more. Okay, and also what happens is volcanoes start going off a lot more over the Earth. Um, there's more hurricanes that happen all over. You're gonna have floods that are happening. It's going to be raining in places where it doesn't usually rain, snow in places where it doesn't usually snow, and this is all due to the grand solar minimum. Also, as stated by geoengineeringwatch.org, A lot of these weather changes are due to geoengineering. Okay, so what happens is the governments around the earth basically can play God with the weather systems. And you see it all the time with the spraying in these long trails that are coming from these jets. And those are chemtrails. Okay, they spray aluminum, barium, and other heavy metals to help, they say, protect from global warming. And this is not doing anything good to the earth. All it's doing is it's killing the environment, killing the bees. Yesterday I saw about 15 dying bees in my backyard alone. It was the saddest thing. My girlfriend almost cried. She's sitting there just looking at these bees get walking. They can't even walk. They can't fly. And they got white stuff all over them. What happens is they get a high level of detoxification in their body due to the metals, these heavy metals that they're eating when they go to pollinate and they go to eat the pollen. They end up eating these heavy metals and they get a very high dose, and Alzheimer's disease happens to them very quick. They get cognitive failure and they can't think right and they're dying. These are the bees that are fertilizing our crops, and without the bees, good luck having crops. Okay, so right here, back to the weather events. So June 2nd, starting June 2nd, we had a very bright fireball that exploded in China. Okay. June 3rd, asteroid in 2000 explodes over South Africa, several hours. See, the space debris is already hitting. Okay. Most violent eruption of Fuego volcano in 40 years. Massive pyroclastic flows leave hundreds dead. This is in Guatemala, so it's not just happening in Hawaii. There's volcanoes going all over the earth, and I'm going to show you that right now. And June 5th, just one day later, unseasonal heavy rain and strong cold front hit Western Australia, leaving 40,000 properties without power. Look at unseasonal rain. So this is not supposed to be happening in places where it should actually not be raining right now. Hundreds more homes destroyed as lava covers most of Gapaho, Hawaii. Now again, this is in Hawaii. It hasn't stopped for over a month. The volcanoes are just going off over a month. This kind of weather is due to the grand solar minimum. Day later, we have baseball-sized hail that hits North Texas, damaging 20,000 structures. Baseball-sized hail in June in Texas. Okay, now Texas isn't due for this type of events for at least a couple more months, a few more months, and it looks like this is happening midsummer. What's going on? Grand solar minimum. Kilauea destroys 600 homes, marking its most destructive eruption in modern times. In modern times, the last time it has done something like this was in the Maunder minimum. Elevated earthquake activity, possible steam explosion on Great Sitkin volcano in Alaska. See, so we have volcanoes in Alaska, volcanoes in Hawaii, volcanoes in India, volcanoes all over the earth. Deep subtropical low hits New Zealand, wreaking havoc across North Island. Okay, again, this is supposed to be in June. This is in a time where it's supposed to be hot and not a lot of rain, and it's crazy, crazy. Look at this flooding. How about hurricanes in June 12th? Bud is now Category 4 hurricane landfall expected over Baja California. Sir, this is in June. We're having this going on. Category 4 strength hurricanes. Um, very early in the season. Earthquake swarm detected under Galileas volcanoes in Colombia. Okay, so here's another volcano in Colombia going on in June. That's about 4 or 5 different places I've stated just in this site right here so far. Same day we have record-breaking rain that hits France again. Paris breaks rainfall record set in 1960. In June, middle of the summer, record-breaking rain. It would usually not even happen this time of year. Wouldn't even rain a little bit this time of year usually. Same day or a day later, tennis ball size hail hits Colorado Springs in one of its worst overnight hailstorms in history. Same day, There's more than 22 killed, dozens injured, and thousands marooned as severe storms continue raging across India. So this is all across the earth right now. We're having just extreme weather events and earth changes due to the grand solar minimum. California has been experiencing severe chemtrail spraying, and this is an attempt by the power structure to save the crops. Okay, and what is it doing? It's killing the bees. It's killing a lot of the animals, not just the animals, the bugs, and it's not just killing them. It's affecting the people as well. I could feel these chemicals all over my body just being out in the sun a couple hours a day because I work outside on days that they spray like today. I feel the burning and the stinging out there from these chemicals. I see the bugs dying on the ground. I see the flowers that can't grow. I don't drink the water because it tastes like chemicals. And look what's going on around the earth, you know? So, yes, I do believe that the grand solar minimum is here and it is real. It's not just a conspiracy. You know, a lot of these conspiracy theories are actually real. I hope you learned something today by coming to the channel. Please like and subscribe. You can donate if you want. I'll leave a link below. I'll also leave my Bitcoin wallet, an address there if you'd like to donate Bitcoin. Thank you. There will be some more truth videos to come out very soon, and you have a wonderful day.